Good day. My name is Thomas Benjoe, and I'm from the Muscopheating First Nation. And I'm of Dakota, Cree, and Saulteaux descent. I'm the president and CEO of FHQ Developments, which is a First Nations development corporation that is owned by the 11 nations of the File Hills Qu'Appelle Tribal Council, which is located in the Treaty 4 territory in Saskatchewan. When considering ESG measurements in the way we choose to invest in and measure sustainability, it is important for investors to look at our economic impact business model that we have developed over the years as an Indigenous development corporation. Our value system and worldview is based on the wealth creation as a community versus the individual. Throughout our organization and our businesses, you can see and feel the culture we have built around the importance of advancing our communities and our citizens in business and economic development. Our business model has shown us that by choosing to operate in such a way that creates greater impact in the community, there's a significant multiplier that is realized in the overall economic impact we have in our local economies that are direct, indirect, and induced measurements. A contract earned through the products and services we sell as an Indigenous business has a greater impact than our competitors operating in the same territory. And it's because of the investments we make in ensuring our community is benefiting besides just the bottom line. Our value system also teaches us not to leave anyone behind in our progress and to redistribute wealth in a way that is fair despite the circumstances you may face as a nation. Our value system also teaches us that the businesses we choose to create or operate must focus on growing our citizens' capacity, give opportunity, ensure sustainability of those businesses for the long term, and ensure that we take into consideration the environmental impacts as it is important for us to ensure that there is a future for the youth to look forward to. In order for us to accomplish this business model, it must first start with leadership's knowledge and understanding of our Indigenous value system, and that they too must live by that system in their own regard. The leadership of our organization in the past was led by non-Indigenous individuals, which at times created conflict in decision-making and the vision of the organization. Community-driven leadership becomes a must in order for us for this model to be successful. This requires us to measure success in a very different way and to take into consideration the impacts of our actions and the impacts of our outcomes. By focusing on our communities or nations and their well-being, we are building more sustainable wealth for the long term, where we typically come across situations that require us to decide on whether we pay our staff more in order for them to have better livelihood versus paying less and earning more profits. We are choosing our employees and their families. Where we choose to invest in industries that are typically in the resource sector, we are balancing those investments with industries that will bring balance to the effects of those industries within our territory. And when we choose to invest in our youth, it is not just sponsorship or donation. It is investment into their future that will help to grow our future workforce. And so by focusing on the economic and socioeconomic impacts of how we do business as an Indigenous organization, the world can learn a lot of lessons from our value system and business model and create a more sustainable global economy. Thank you.